Hi everyone, it's Diane Jones. Today is Monday, April 20th of 2020. I'm going to go real quick through how to do a quick CMA, some comps using Monsoon. So at this point, I've got into the Monsoon system. I'm going to type the address of what I want to look for, the property in question. That I'm going to do. So in this case, 4163 East Graphite Road is the subject property. I would want to do this anyway when I'm representing a seller. So it's going to take me to the tax screen. Obviously, I want to make sure that the property in question is owned by my clients. In this case, Ian and Neil. And it is. It's going to bring up over here some of the properties of what's going on in the area. The subdivision, which is going to be helpful for me when I go into MLS to actually do a CMA through there. And then down here, it's going to show me, if I didn't know who this person was, I would know when they purchased the property, is right here. I could see if they have any deeds or loans against the property, which would be this right here. This is also where you would get the latest tax assessment, in this case 2019, $1,093. And then down here in the structure, it shows you what the square footage is, the year built, single story, all of that information. So for this case, I'm just going to come over here and click comp, go to comp. It's going to bring up the next screen here, and based on the criteria right here of the past comp that I did, it's going to pop up with all of these properties. Now that's a lot of properties to look at. So I'm going to narrow down some of the criteria. I'll go ahead and keep this located within 3/4 of a mile, but sold in the last 12 months. I'm going to change this to 3 months and see what I get. I'm going to ignore the lot square footage. I know that this Copper Basin, that they're all pretty much normal size subdivision lots. I'm going to keep the building square footage plus or minus 10%. I want the same number of stories. I want to compare single story to single story versus 2 to 2, and built within the last 5 years. I can either ignore the pool or has a pool or not. I'm just going to ignore it and bring up whatever else comes up. You can add different fields in here that you choose, but once you've made any adjustments here, you have to hit apply criteria again. And in this case, I get some properties. So this orange dot is my subject property, and I do want to stay as close as possible to that property, so probably right in this area. So what I can do is, this is number 6 and number 5. I can come down here to the comparable properties and just deselect 5 and 6. It leaves me with these 4 properties. It has the addresses here. It has the square footage. So most of the square footage, they're within range of where I want to be. It's also going to show over here what type of transaction. Is it a flip? Was it a normal sale? It could be a non-MLS you might see in here, and that could be helpful when you are going into the MLS. This third-party sale, if you look at the price, is quite a bit less than these other ones here. I'm going to actually go ahead and deselect that. So that leaves me with 3 properties that are very comparable. We've got 214, 220, and 215, all within the last 3 months. At this point, I can come up here, select comp, comparable summary report, hit PDF. It's going to do its calculation down here. I'm going to open it up as a PDF here. And this is going to give me my first impression of what I feel the property might be worth when it's on the open market. In this case, it's probably right around a $215 price, and that's where we are.